Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Christine Yvonne. So today this video is going to be about why I moved to Texas. I think I have like another video about me moving and 3 or 6 month updates, but this is like the reason why your girl chose to get in a U-Haul and drive from Virginia to Texas over 1,300 miles. So if you see me looking down, it's because I have a little notebook. She believed she could, so she did, yeah. So I want to make sure I cover everything, and I'm gonna do my best to timestamp it. But first, your girl was living in Virginia, in Richmond, Virginia. I lived in Virginia all my life. You know, went to college in Virginia, Norfolk State, whoop whoop. Never lived outside of the state. I always kind of had like a desire to one day live outside Virginia, but it wasn't nothing that was like pressing me at that moment until one day I was in my townhome. I had like a 3-story townhome in Henrico, and I looked out the window and I saw one of my neighbors, her realtor or whatever, was putting up a for sale sign, and I was looking like, dang, I should sell my house. You know what? I think I am going to sell my house. This is me talking in my brain. I think I am going to sell my house. But where I'm going to go? I've always wanted to relocate, but what I'm going to do? Do I really want to sell my house? Lo and behold, I sold my house. Like I just always had an urge to relocate, but again, I didn't know where I wanted to go. So last April-ish, I put my house on the market, and you all know how the market is. There one day, gone tomorrow. So it was no biggie putting my house on the market, and you know, getting an offer and getting it closed within like 30 days. Like it was smooth sailing, easy. They gave me everything I wanted. Of course, they bid it over, but as far as me as a seller, I got everything I want out of that deal. So after I sold my house, I moved in with a relative. And I lived with this relative before, and she's gonna see it, and she's probably gonna think it's funny. I lived with her before, and I don't think her, or maybe a lot of other my family members, really thought that I was gonna move. Like, you can keep talking about stuff over and over and over again, but it's like until you actually do it, or like actually making steps towards it, that people are gonna be like, oh, she's serious about this thing. So I moved in with her. So sweet. I was with her for a total of like 6 months. But while I was there, I started visiting other areas. Around this time, I had a friend who lived in Chicago. I was researching other areas like Tampa, places in Florida. I'm like, you know, I really don't know. And then I went to Houston. I said, oh, well, let me just, you know, check out Houston. You know, I heard a turkey leg hut. Maybe go check out Houston. So I went out there, and it was hot. Like, I can't even explain it. It was so hot. It was hot. It was, I'm like sweating just thinking. It was so hot. Y'all probably think I'm being dramatic or overreacting. But I went out there in July, and it was, whew, sweltering. But I had a lot of fun. But I was like, you know, I don't think this is it, but I think it's supposed to be Texas. The reason why I'm saying I think it's supposed to be Texas, because up until I was ready to go to visit Houston, I would get like signs. And I don't know you all spiritual beliefs, but I believe in Jesus Christ. So I started to get like signs to me. Like, I would talk to someone over the phone for customer service, and she'll just randomly bring up, oh yeah, I've been living in Texas, or Texas this and Texas that, and everything I just see, it was just always in front of my face. And I knew I wanted to relocate, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it, because by this time I had sold everything. I had about as much stuff that could fit into like one room. Not even a 1-bedroom apartment, everything could fit into one room. And I'm like, yo, where I'm going, I'm driving a U-Haul. It's gonna be a daunting task, but I'm gonna do it. And everywhere in my face, I start seeing U-Hauls. Y'all, it was crazy. So when I go out to Houston, I have fun. Like, I have a whole lot of fun. But what I didn't like was that when it rained, I looked at the highway and it looked kind of flooded. And it reminded me of Norfolk, where I went to college at. Like, we're at sea level. So when it would rain, it would flood. And I was like, I want no parts of this remembrance of Norfolk. Like, I don't want no parts of it. And it was so crowded. It was so crowded. Like, people talk about the Woodlands area, which is beautiful. But I want to be in the city. So, and it makes sense for me to move up here where it's super nice, whatever. Then have to drive this long way to go to the city. I wanted to be in or very, very, very close to downtown, uptown, whatever town that specific location had. So I was like, Houston ain't it. And I stayed there for about a week. Had a great time, but it just wasn't giving, y'all. It just wasn't giving. So I came back to Virginia, I didn't take a long break. I went on vacations and still thinking like, Texas could be it, but I definitely don't think it's Houston. So I was thinking about Austin and visiting San Antonio. And one of my cousins, her best friend used to play for the Cowboys. She was like, why not go to Dallas? I've been out there and I loved it. And I was like, okay, Dallas. So I got an apartment relocator through, Hot Pads, haha. I don't know why I didn't write that down. I got an apartment locator through Hot Pads. Alyssa, what's her name? Alyssa, so sweet. So I had two of them. If y'all saw my social media, I went through another company and I had Alyssa through Hot Pads. I kind of was doing both of them in tandem. The first one, she was cool, but she was more geared towards like, she was like, oh, that place is crowded, has so much traffic, da-da-da-da-da-da. Alyssa was like, I think I'm saying her name right, forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Like, look, it's popping down here. I love this area. You're in the city. She was saying all the things I needed to hear and taking me all the places that I needed to go. And sis was like dropping dimes, like insight. Okay, do this, do that. Watch out for traffic. This, da-da-da-da-da. She was telling me everything I needed to know. So I really liked an apartment that I found when I was with her. But I came back to Virginia. You keep in touch with them if you decide to do it, yes or no, just let them know. So I came back to Virginia and I'm still hearing like all these stories of people like moving, like just moving. Even here on YouTube, like just getting up, quitting their job and they're gone, which I think is amazing, but it is not me. It is not me to do it that way. I still need more confirmation from God. So y'all, not from family, I need a word from the Lord. So I took a trip in, when did I go? End of September, October. I was in Virginia and I took a trip. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go out to this church called Bethel in Redding, California. I've heard so many great things about them. One of my teachers at church was like, I went out here and got healed of cancer. All these things, you go out here and this happened and that, and it sounds wild, but I'm like, if I go out here, I'm going to get confirmation from God. I just know it. So you have to come expecting, to church or to anything. Like, you have to come expecting, believing that something's going to happen, and you're going to get what you're looking for. You're going to get what you're seeking. So I ain't telling nobody. I booked a first class trip, my first time booking first class, because if I'm coming expecting something, I'm gonna go in style. Like, all right, I'm gonna get first class because I know when I get here, I'm gonna get what I need and a decision is going to be made. So I booked my ticket. I get out there. The first night, I was in Virginia, so that time difference knocked me out. Like, don't even ask me what the first evening was about. I was gone. But it was 2 more days left in the conference, and they had this period called the encounter period. Pretty much where the whole atmosphere was like set. If any of you all go to church or whatever, praying, singing songs to the Lord, and it was so amazing that I saw people who were in there, and you know, just Spirit of God, and you know, they will call somebody by their name. They will call somebody by their name, like, is Alyssa here? Or is Kim here? And maybe 3 Kims have raised their hand. Like, no, I'm talking about Kim that has 3 girls, ages. The specifics were out of this world, nothing but God. And I'm just looking like, wow. You know, I'm just seeing all these miraculous things happen, for people to get healed, to giving a specific word to a family member, or just calling things up that a person's being, and encouraging all these people. Sorry if I'm stumbling, y'all, but it was just like amazing. I have never seen anything like this before, and I've been in church all my life, which also says something else. There's a whole other video. But again, so I'm watching this, like, I'm watching people getting healed. I'm watching them call people out by names. I'm watching them prophesy. I'm watching all of this, and I'm just thinking, oh yes, I am still going to receive that word that I need from God if I'm gonna move or not. So rewind back to this encounter period, and it's where, like, you just get comfortable and you just, like, open yourself up to hear from God, to receive. So, you know, they were singing a song. It was like a song I really enjoyed, and I remember me just kind of laying back in a chair. So I had laid back in a chair, closed my eyes, and I could just still hear the song. You know, you're thinking, you're praying, and I kid you not, what happened next, it was like I slipped out. Like, I slipped out of Bethel reading in California, that church, and slipped into a vision. Let me tell y'all, I was walking beside God. No, I don't know what God looked like. Black, white, red, yellow, pink. I don't know what he looked like. But I knew I was walking beside God, right? So I was walking beside him, you know, da-da-da-da-da, talking. Can't remember what we were talking about. But I remember I stopped in my tracks and I turned around. You know how, like, when an earthquake happens, or, you know, the earth breaks open and it's dark? Well, behind me, the earth had broke open, but it was like red. Not saying it was like hell or lava, but it was something there that was preventing me to crossing the other side. But on the other side was my family. It was like my dad, my sister, my cousins, my friends. They weren't looking sad. They was just like looking, you know, just like looking at me. And I'm like, oh shoot, how I'm gonna get back over to the other side? You know, these people over there need me. And I look at God like, hey, God, we're going this way. And the way God was taking me was cloudy. It was a fog. I couldn't see nothing. I was enjoying my time walking beside him, but still I couldn't see where I was going. Behind me, I saw something that was preventing me from going back, and the people I loved on the other side. And I was like, God, you know, we gotta go back this way. I don't know what we're going this way, because I couldn't tell. But behind me is all the people who love me. These people need me. I gotta go back that way. And he was like, follow me. Okay, I know what you're saying, but these people really need me. You need to follow me. Yeah, I woke up. That was it. I don't know about you, but that was all the confirmation I needed for God to say, you're going to leave everybody. You're going to leave everything you know. You're going to leave all your friends. I mean, leave, not like they're going to be out of your life, but as far as them having access, as much access to you every day, you're going to leave them. And you're going to follow me. You're going to go into a new area, a new state. You're not going to know nobody. But you're going to be okay because you're following me. That's what I got. So after that, boom. The girl that was like he lit a rocket. So I'm like, let's go. So the apartment that I liked, I called, you know, Alyssa, and I called the apartment complex. Got everything rolling. It was like smooth sailing. It was no hiccups, right? So make sure I'm not skipping none. Yeah, so it was no hiccups. No hiccups at all through like credit checks or down payments or the availability or the room that I like. Mind you, I didn't even see this room that I'm in, right? This apartment, this room that I'm in right now. I saw another one, but I figured it can't differ that much. And I I love it. You know, I love it when I got here. But everything just moved so quick. Everything was moving so quick. Like I had sold furniture. I was like getting my little Casper bed in the box. I was still giving stuff away. It just moved so fast. And I'm like, all right, so what I'm gonna do? Am I gonna pay the transport? I'm gonna do a U-Haul. Then I started hearing stories and meeting people who drove like U-Hauls, not across country, but like a very nice middle of the country, Texas, like a very nice distance to relocate. And I'm like, yo. So it was me and my cousin, and we both females. I'm like, yo, you wanna do it? And she was like, getting the U-Haul and move you to Texas? Okay. So, and after this video, there's gonna be another video, a short clip of like me moving, just the process, and just like some more stats about relocating if you yourself are driving. And so she was like, yeah, you know, my cousin, let's do it. So I packed all my stuff in a U-Haul and I came here. And it was in a matter, I sold my house at the end of May. So in like 6 months, I was here. And maybe I could have been here even quicker, but I just needed to know that I was on the right track, because I would hate to like, you know, jump up here and just to do something, just to do it without know that I'm being led, or I'm on an assignment, or this is like where I'm really supposed to be. Not to say I'm going to be here forever, but somebody higher is leading my life. It's not just me alone. So I was happy that I went out to Bethel. If you're interested, it's called the Open Heavens Conference, and it's happening again. I mean, they ain't paying me no money. This is not a sponsored ad, but it just literally changed my life, changed the trajectory of my life, both being out here and spiritually, you know? So that's how I ended up here, guys. I'm looking at my notes. That was literally it. I literally had desire. God planted a seed for that desire, and I'm here. Now, do I know all of what my assignment is while I'm out here? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I know he's taking me higher and he's making me better, and this is just exciting. It's so exciting. It was crazy because I was like, I don't know, no churches out in Dallas where I'm gonna go. My old friend from church was like, Christine, the upper room's out there. What? I go to the upper room. I just went today, and it's amazing. So that is my story. I'm pretty sure there are 100,000 different types of stories of people who came here and who moved to Texas. But if my story resonates with you, please leave a comment below. If you want to learn more about it or have any other questions about it, please leave a comment below it, and please be sure to like and subscribe. So right now, guys, I'm gonna have a quick little video of me when I moved here from Texas, and more about like the cost. Like if you want to know, I can tell you right now, it was under $2,000. The cost, you know, just moving here and just taking a leap of faith. Oh, my job. Oh yeah, sorry. My job, I told my job like, hey, I'm moving to Texas. Do you want to keep me or not? And it took them about close to a month to make a decision. You know, I normally kind of a little, I don't want to say worried, but I get a little anxious. And I wasn't anxious about that. I felt totally confident that, hey, if they don't keep me, I will find another job. Funny, because I was just saying earlier, I don't know how those people can just pack up and leave and don't got a job. But it's like, once I got that confirmation, once I knew that I'm supposed to be here, hey, if you keep me or not, it's fine, because I'm supposed to go. But of course, they kept me, and I'm still with them today, man, today. But here's a quick video. Thanks, guys, for watching. I left Richmond, Virginia at 1 o'clock this morning and got to our first stop here in Birmingham at 2 o'clock. So the way I got here is via U-Haul, and I'm gonna have more information about my first time driving a U-Haul, all that great stuff. But the U-Haul, we hitched my car to the back of the U-Haul. So when I was at the U-Haul place, you know, you have to drive the car off the lot. Here we go, here we go, here we go. was just so fearful, like, God, I can't do this. But I got home and we packed it up. And normally, of course, people like, don't hitch the car first. You go load the car, then drive it back and hitch it. Yeah, that was just too much time. I was on a tight sleeping schedule. We're going to power through the rest of Alabama, Mississippi, and crossing pass over Dallas to Los Angeles. 1 o'clock in the morning. Trying to get this right. Here we go. Ooh. This is our room. At the Hyatt. It's really, really nice. Now we're off to do this drive again. Too close, I guess. Day 2. This is the inside of our U-Haul. Snacks, a plant, Cracker Barrel biscuits. Hi guys, I don't know what I look like, but we are in Dallas, Texas, and I'm at the U-Haul place near downtown Dallas. He just took the U-Haul off the little, he's taking the thing off, just busted, y'all. He's taking the thing off of the back, but it's my U-Haul. Okay guys, here is my room at a loft. We're staying in Las Colinas. And if you ever stayed at a loft, they're super cute. I have like all this stuff in my pocket. You know, they have the little area over there. And back there is the toilet and the shower. And you know, it's the cool little sliding door situation. And you go in here, I just love the bright colors in the loft. 2 really cute queen platform style beds, and I love when you get to a loft they have your name. Hey Christine, that's me. So guys, this is the room, and I also like that I can see my U-Haul out the window, even though they kind of, well, you can't guarantee nothing, but this is a pretty safe area, so I like that I can see my U-Haul out the window. We're on the way to the apartment. And let me show you the hotel.
Are you ready to start the adventure today?
You want me to say?
You gotta shake it then.
You want me to say something? I've been texting. Oh my God, I can't do it. Come on here, Christine. What if I drop it? You're not. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. This is a quick video after the video to address anything I may have missed about the relocation. So, and if I miss anything here, please put your question below. I will gladly answer it. But to start off, yes, I did drive the 10-foot box U-Haul truck from Virginia to Texas. And on the back of the truck, I hooked up the flatbed. So there's a flatbed with no wheels down, and there's this other little jack thingy, I don't know, where your back tire wheels are down. I chose no wheels down because I just bought a brand new set of tires. So why would I do that? So no wheels were down, and it was an adventure. Like driving a U-Haul, I would say after the first hour, you're going to get used to it. Again, I did not know that this car not recommended, or you should not be going over like 50 to 60 miles an hour. If I probably knew that, I probably would have had a little bit more reservations about it, and it probably would have taken me even longer to get to Texas. So I'm glad I didn't know about it, because I'm telling you, I watched tons of YouTube videos and didn't see nothing. But the cost of the U-Haul in total, which includes the small 10-foot U-Haul, which fits a 1-bedroom to like a studio apartment, including the flatbed and the dolly I rented, so that's 3 things, the total came up to $1,380, so $1,380 for all of that, which I felt like it was a great deal. Again, the gas, I said I spent between, what I say, like $140 a day. It was a little bit more, so like 140 times 2, like what, 280, maybe add a little bit, like close to $300, because you have to fill the U-Haul back up. So that still puts me at $1,680, so I'm still under $2,000 for me relocating. Did I get tired? Yes. That's why I had a driving buddy, and we had like one of those speakers. I mean, because they have like a regular basic looking radio, so we had like a little Bluetooth speaker in the car, crank music, podcasts, whatever you wanted to do. The U-Haul was comfortable. Like I just felt like when people would like explain the U-Haul and how it feel, like they were sitting on bricks. Like, no, it was really comfortable. Like it really was comfortable. The uncomfortability of it, if you don't like sitting straight up like this, then yeah, that can kind of suck, because you really can't lean back. But other than that, I feel like you get 1 mile and you can do it. Would I do it again? I say no, but I'm pretty adventurous. I totally get, paying a mover. Like, I totally get it, because it was a lot of work. I mean, if I had to do this by myself, I'd be like, heck no, movers. But I just got a lot of friends and family that came in and helped me. But if they don't come in and help me, if I ever do move again, yeah, I will have to pay. I will have to pay. But that's it, you guys. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, insightful. If you have any questions, please just let me know. And I'll catch y'all next time.